So a little bit about Medico. Medico does offer a full portfolio of products to help you address and establish and care for all of the financial concerns your clients may have in relation to their health costs. We offer a Medicare supplement plan, first diagnosis cancer product, which is a lump sum benefit, our dental, vision, and hearing product, which is a guarantee issue product, extremely popular right now. We have a short-term recovery care, a final expense, and then again, as I told you, we are extremely excited to be introducing our hospital indemnity. We've been talking about it for over a year now, so it's finally here. A little bit about Medico. We've been in business since before 1930, and we've been selling Medicare supplements since 1975. So basically, we've been in the insurance business for some time and have specialized in the senior market since 1975. We know what we're doing. We strive to make it easy to work with. We want to be a company that the agents love to work with. And we do that by introducing new products. We also do that with technology, such as My Enroller. My Enroller is our electronic application and quoting tool. And again, I'll give you a brief demonstration at the end of this presentation to show you how to use My Enroller to take that hospital indemnity application from your client. This is how you make your living, so it's important to know that we offer competitive commissions. Our agent website is just a wealth of information, anything from training videos to reporting, ordering supplies, and product information. You can find it all on the agent website. You do have direct access to our underwriters, and our underwriting turnaround time is extremely quick and efficient. Outstanding customer service is available for your clients, and I do believe that our agent support team, agent services, is one of the best in the industry. We have people who have been with Medico for over 30 years. They know the company, they know our products, and they know how to take care of the agents. I'll give you their number at the end of this presentation as well. So let's talk about Medico's hospital indemnity product. Medico's hospital indemnity product was created in order for you to have an option to help your clients supplement their health care coverage. So what it does and how it works is there are 3 base options and several riders for you to choose from, and you can design the product for your client to fit their individual needs. And the benefits are paid directly to the policyholder. So it's very affordable, extremely easy to discuss, and again, you can dial into the exposure that your clients may have with their current health coverage and use Medico's hospital indemnity to kind of close those gaps. Here are the states in which it is available. So currently, in Oregon, Texas, Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, and Florida. The hospital indemnity product is currently available in those states that you see colored with blue. Available 5/1. So in West Virginia and North Carolina, agents there can start marketing the product 5/1. 6/1, you can start marketing in Arizona and Colorado. 7/1, we have Kansas and Arkansas approved as well. Now the other states have all been filed. All the states you see here that are indicated in green have been filed, and we have until the 1st of May to release the product by July 1st. So our goal is to have all of these products up and going for you to market in all of the states we intend to file, which will be over 40, by 8/1. That way you'll have a better grasp on the product, you'll have experience with the product. It's a great way to reopen the door for your to your MA clients, kind of touch base with them before MA starts. Great opener for that conversation. So again, hopefully by 8/1, the plan is to have it available in all of the states in which you see green, in addition to the ones that are already approved and coming out over the next 3 months. So Medico's hospital indemnity product is available for all of your clients aged 40 all the way up to 85. If you have clients who have high skilled care copays, or maybe even individual major medical clients, 40 and up, those metal plans are leaving people with high out-of-pocket exposures. Maximum out-of-pockets are definitely increasing. So here's a great product to fit in with those clients as well. Maybe you have a client on a high-deductible Plan F, Med-Sup plan. Again, you'll see here in just a second how easy it is to take this product and fill the needs of all of these clients. As I mentioned, there are 3 base benefit options available, and then multiple benefit riders are also available. It is simplified issue, so no PHI call, no RX check. If the client can answer all of the questions appropriately, then the policy will be issued. We are offering our unique 7% household discount on all of the hospital indemnity products, which I'll address here in just a minute. It's available for electronic application on My Enroller. As with all of our products, no application, no policy fee on Medico's hospital indemnity plan. And again, simple and easy to talk about, simple and easy to get issued. So here are the benefits. If you're looking at the base policy options, so the first discussion you will have with your clients is determining which base option fits their out-of-pocket exposure, which is going to best close those gaps. So base policy option 1 pays for each day of confinement in a hospital, days 6 through 10. And then the daily amount ranges from $250 per day all the way through $600 per day, and that can be purchased in $25 increments. Also included in base option 1 is an observation unit benefit. This will pay 50% of the hospital confinement benefit per day for a maximum of 3 days if your client is receiving services in an observation unit of a hospital. Also included in base option 1, a mental health benefit, which will pay $175 per day of confinement in a hospital, up to 7 days per calendar year if your client is being treated for a mental or nervous disorder. Also, and finally included in base option 1 is an emergency room benefit, which pays $150 per day for a maximum of 3 days per calendar year if your client is receiving services in a hospital emergency room. Base option 2 and base option 3 are both lump sum options. So with base option 2, the policy would pay a lump sum benefit per confinement in a hospital directly to your client. The amounts to choose from are $1,500, $2,000, or $2,500 worth of coverage, which can be paid up to 3 times per year. Then base policy option 3 is a one-time per calendar year lump sum benefit of $5,000 if the client is confined to a hospital. Also included in base option 1, option 2, and base option 3 is $1,000 of accidental death and dismemberment. That's included in all 3 of those options. In Florida, there is a difference to the plan, and that is only under option 1. So, and only under the daily benefit amount. So, in Florida, under base option 1, the policy will pay for each day of confinement in a hospital for a maximum of 31 days. And the daily coverage amount ranges from $100 to $600, but again can be purchased in $25 increments. So that is the difference in the state of Florida. It's a maximum of 31 days, $100 to $600 worth of daily benefit purchased in $25 increments. Let's talk about those optional benefit riders. There's an ambulance benefit option available, which will pay $250 for ground or air transportation for a maximum of 3 days per calendar year. There's an optional outpatient rehabilitation services option, which will pay $50 per day for a maximum of 15 or 30 days per calendar year. If you're looking at this optional benefit rider and you're quoting for your client, I encourage you to really examine the premium difference between the 15 or the 30 days. For just basically pennies, you can give your client 30 days worth of coverage per calendar year versus that 15. So, and again, not very expensive. So make sure you're looking at that option. Daily Skilled Nursing Home Benefit Rider is also available. So your client can choose the first, which would pay $50 per day for days 1 through 20, or they could choose option 2, pays $100 or $150 per day for days 21 through 100, or they can choose both. So the first option, the second option, or both are available as an optional benefit rider. There is a lump sum cancer benefit rider option available, and this will pay a lump sum benefit of $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $7,500, or $10,000, but it is not available age 80 or over. In addition, there are a few questions that will need to be, health questions that will need to be answered if this lump sum cancer benefit rider is chosen. And I'll show you those questions here in a minute. The final optional benefit rider is additional accidental death and dismemberment. If you recall, there's $1,000 available on base option 1, 2, and 3, but additional accidental or AD&D can be purchased in a lump sum of $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000. Let's talk about Medico's unique household discount. This is a 7% discount on your client's premium if they live with another human being over 18 years of age. So again, it's not you selling to the husband and wife or you selling a hospital indemnity plan to a daughter and a mother. It is simply if you have a client who lives with another person 18 years of age or older, or rather over 18 years of age, then they will receive a 7% discount on their hospital indemnity premium. The morbidity rate is better when a senior lives with another person. They receive services quicker, they take their medicine more regularly, they are better cared for. So that is why the 7% discount applies to those who live with another person over 18 years of age. Here are the health questions. So I'm going to give you a minute to read through these 7 health questions for the hospital indemnity product for the application. I talked about this product being simplified issue. So if any answer to questions 1 through 7 is yes, then the client is not eligible for coverage. So again, in the first 4 questions, it's a 12-month look back. Questions 5 and 6 is a 24-month look back. And then question 7 is relating to AIDS and HIV. For that optional lump sum cancer benefit rider, here are the additional questions that would need to be answered if your client would like to apply for that rider. I'll give you a second to look at those as well. Now here's an example of how Medico's hospital indemnity product might work. So if you look at the top of your screen, you'll see plan benefits, and then to the right, Medico's hospital indemnity plan. So let's say you have a client, their plan benefits are on the left. If they're hospitalized, days 1 through 7, their copay is $264 per day. For skilled care, days 1 through 20, they have a copay of $25 per day, and days 21 through 100, they have a $152 per day copay. Ambulance, ground or air, $200 copay. Now, if you take Medico's hospital indemnity plan, you choose base option 1 for 7 days worth of coverage at $275 per day, you'll fill in that exposure for their copays under their hospitalization benefit. If you take, and you can fill in the exposure for skilled care as well. Days 1 through 20, Medico's hospital indemnity plan, $50 per day. 21 through 100, $150 per day. Compare that to the left, what their co-pays will be, and you'll see that there's that out-of-pocket exposure is eliminated. And then maybe you add in an ambulance benefit rider. Ground or air, we pay $250. Their copay would be $200, so we've closed that gap as well. And here are some examples of what the premium would be per month. Female is on the left, male is on the right, and it ranges, the examples I've given are age 65, 70, and 75. So extremely affordable, very valuable. You're able to dial right into where your client's largest exposure is and fill that with this hospital indemnity product. Here's an example if you chose base option 2, which is that lump sum benefit, $2,500 in this example per confinement up to 3 times per year. Add an ambulance benefit rider and maybe an outpatient rehab rider for at $50 per day for 30 days. Again, female on the left, male on the right, just providing you some examples of what that premium might look like. Now, I do want to take a minute to talk to you about My Enroller before I do the presentation, or the demonstration rather, and then open up for questions. But for those of you who are not familiar, there is very detailed training on My Enroller available on the MIC website, which is the agent portal, as well as on YouTube. If you search Medico Insurance Company My Enroller, there's a training video out there that will provide you the detailed knowledge you need in order to use My Enroller to take an application. For the sake of this presentation, I just want to show those who are very familiar with My Enroller how quick and easy it is to use for hospital indemnity. But My Enroller is our electronic quoting and application platform. So, as I mentioned, you can take applications for all of our products and quote all of them as well. Nice thing about My Enroller, whether you're online or offline, it doesn't matter. So you can download My Enroller to your laptop, tablet, iPad, whatever device you use in the field, and take applications whether you're connected to the internet or not. Takes days off the underwriting process, and once your application is submitted, all applications taken on My Enroller are sent directly to the underwriter's work queue. So extremely efficient, extremely simple. You can't make a mistake. You can't break it. So let me show you how this works. Let me switch over here to the login screen. So I'm going to type in my password. And give me just a second. Another benefit of My Enroller. All forms, quotes, everything is current and up to date. So you never have to worry again about rate increases that maybe you weren't aware of, or do you have an outdated form. That's all taken care of for you. So let's go ahead and we're going to run a quote for a hospital indemnity plan in the state of Nebraska. I'm needing to fill in all of the information that's in yellow. That is required information in order to run a quote. Anything you see in yellow is required by My Enroller. If you don't complete it, you will not be able to move forward. So I'm also going to put in my name. Although it's not required, I'm going to go ahead and show you what happens if I enter in this information. Let's complete gender and date of birth. I wanted to show you that you can't make a mistake on My Enroller. So although for the preferred effective date, I put in a year of 1947, if I go ahead and go back and change that to 2014, you'll see that now that box is indicating that the information is correct. So I can move forward to the next page. Once this page is only in the state of Nebraska relating to Medicare supplement, so I'm going to go to the next page. And this is how you quote. Very simple, very easy. You click the box next to the hospital indemnity plan. You choose how your client wants to pay their premium. Do they want us to take it directly out of their bank account or use a credit card or debit card? Make that choice there. Once we choose the options To the right of where you see bank draft, you'll see amount. That will be the premium for the policy that they're creating. So base option 1, you would choose the hospital indemnity insurance policy. If you wanted base option 2 or 3, you would choose the lump sum hospital confinement insurance policy. So let's go ahead and look at base option 1. We'll do $250 per day for 6 days, and you'll see the base amount for that product is $19.30. This is what I love about my enroller. Let's say you're working within the constraints of a client's budget and they don't want to go over $50 a month, but they really like the hospital indemnity product and they want to look at some of the riders. So let's look at adding an ambulance service benefit rider. You'll see that now goes up to $23.57 for the monthly premium. Let's add skilled nursing benefit rider. Let's add a lump sum cancer, or an accidental death and dismemberment rider in the amount of $20,000. And let's also add an outpatient rehabilitation services rider. Let's do that for 30 days. You see here the premium for this policy is $36.07. Look what happens if I click household discount, because this particular client lives with another person over the age of 18. We've now gone down to $33.55. We are underneath that $50 mark, and your client's happy and wants to apply for the product. You simply click next on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, and now we're taking the application. Again, if you need more detailed training, please visit the MIC website or YouTube for a training video, or we offer webinars on a monthly basis as well. So I'm going to quickly go through and answer these questions. For the household discount, you only need to add the name of the person that lives in the same household with the applicant, and we can move forward. And here are those health questions. So again, if I answer yes to any of these questions, it's going to show me that I'm ineligible for coverage. Simplified issue. So I'm going to read through all these questions. My applicant is answering no to all of them, and I can move forward to the next page. Now, since I entered the name on the first page, it's pre-populated it throughout the application. So anything you've entered in once, you don't need to enter in it again, which again speeds up the process on my enroller. Let's go ahead and again, we're completing all the yellow boxes. If you see green, like in the Social Security number, the green indicates that we encourage you to capture that information. However, it's not necessary. Now, if you're going to do an electronic signature, we will need the client's Social Security number. So just something to remember there. Let's move forward to the next page, and we're going to verify that your client agrees that they will pay $33.55 per month. We're going to take it out of their bank draft, and this is for the hospital indemnity plan. We'll need to indicate here where you would like the policy delivered. Let's have it sent to you so you can have another contact with your client and move forward. My enroller is preparing the application. Everything that you've typed into the system, you'll see indicated in blue ink here on the screen. You can scroll through the application, ensuring everything is true and accurate, and move forward to the next page once you've done that. We're done. That's how quick and easy it is to use my enroller to take a hospital indemnity application. So I'm not going to go any further. We're not going to sign the application. My underwriters certainly don't like me to submit one, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. I want to give you Agent Services telephone number. So if you have any questions or any concerns, you can reach out to them, whether it's training information, product information, you need help with technology, whether that's my enroller or the MIC website. Anything that you need in order to be successful with Medico, Agent Services is your team. Their number is 800-547-2401 and choose option 3. That concludes my presentation today. So now I'll open it up to any questions you might have. Again, please feel free to type any questions in the chat box. I'll go through them, and we will we'll address what we can here. Let's see. There's a question about the Florida, or there's a statement rather about the Florida base option 1 benefit. That is Florida law, and it is a minimum of 31 days. So that is the difference between base option 1 in Florida versus base option 1 in the other states where the hospital indemnity is available. There are specific questions on here asking about specific health conditions and whether or not they would be covered under the hospital indemnity. Hospital indemnity covers, if we're looking at just the base option, it's confinement in a hospital. So if your client is confined to a hospital, that is when they will receive benefits under the base options. So keep that in mind. If you have specific claim questions or benefit questions, then I will encourage you to contact Agent Services. They can provide you more detailed information. There's a question here, several questions in fact, about how to use My Enroller. Again, I just, for the sake of this presentation, wanted to familiarize you with My Enroller for those of you that have been through the training, to show you and give you an idea of what that application looks like on My Enroller. But if you're looking for more detailed training, we are offering webinars this month, and so we will email those invitations to you. You can go onto the MIC website under the training tab and view a training video there. And you can also search Medico Insurance Company My Enroller on YouTube, and you will be able to watch the training video there. Let me see. There's a question here about how long does it take for the client to get the benefit check? We have a great reputation for paying claims in an extremely timely manner. Now, since the product was just introduced on 3/1, I can't give you a specific turnaround time, but I will tell you that it's the same department handling the other products. So our reputation is strong in that arena. Your client's not going to experience an issue. I just can't give you the exact dates. And so we'll have to work with experience on that. But once the claim is submitted, we typically, assuming we have the information we need, can turn around those claims in less than a week. It looks like I don't see any other questions on here that don't relate to My Enroller. So with that being said, I want to thank you again for taking time out of your day to learn more about the product. Again, Agent Services is a great resource for you. If they can answer, they will be able to answer your questions on My Enroller. Again, their number is 800-547-2401, option 3. All right, thank you very much for your time, and you have a great afternoon.